everybody. In this video we're going to take a look at how to defeat the Act 1 Elite, the Gremlin Nob, with the Ironclad. This guy is sort of a unique one. He is one of the tougher ones early on because you're almost forced to take some damage with him because of his mechanics. So I am doing this with no relics and a pretty basic starter deck here. You'll see all the normal cards that I have here, as well as 3 cards that I picked up along the way through my travels up to this point. I did get 1 card upgrade. I chose to upgrade armaments just because it upgrades all of the cards in my hand for the rest of combat. This is a critical one to ultimately get a little bit of extra out of your basic strikes and your basic defense. So when you're fighting this guy, you have 1 free turn to do so as you please. For the most part, if you had one of the other characters, maybe you would focus on trying to do a little bit of a setup, or possibly lay down some framework for poison if you had it. Whatever the case is, in this case here, you'd want to just pound on him as far as attack goes. I have 1 potion. It is a random attack potion. It's going to cost 0. I'm not going to use that just yet because I want to maximize my effects when I ultimately pull Bash. Because when I get Bash, I'm going to get the vulnerable debuff. I want to make sure that I can utilize as much as possible, because as soon as he goes after his first turn, that's when things get a little bit dicey. So after his first turn, he'll cast his little roar, if you will, and now he's enraged. So this is where you have to determine what's going to be your best course of action for trying to defend, because when you put a defense out there, and it's not even just a defense, it's any skill. So there are skills that don't do defense. That makes things even worse. But essentially what you should consider is, if you're going to defend, subtract this by 2. So I'll gain 5 block, but he gains 2 strength. So ultimately I'm gaining 3 block. If I do it again, subtract 2. I'm doing it again, subtract 2. The end result, though, is you're blocking 1 time, his strength is aggregate. So his health pool isn't that high to begin with, so your best bet is just to pile it on as fast as you can and just soak the damage. It's likely that you're going to take usually a good 14 damage. If you've decided to try and block, you might take a little bit more because of his strength going up, but that is something that you have to contend with. So there are a few guys that can beat this guy unscathed. It just does not happen very frequently at all. So we are going to bash him to get vulnerable. And then Twin Strike is going to do a little bit extra damage. Good there. Anger is a free play. That's good. And then our potion is going to be a free play as well. So this is about as strong of a turn as we could actually get. And 0 cost bludgeon. That's going to be nice. It'll take him down to 10. Oh, actually no. With the vulnerable, it killed him outright. So okay, so this here is a very atypical result for this fight. You're obviously not going to pull bludgeon all the time, and it's not going to cost 0. It's obviously a very powerful card, but realistically, at the end of that turn, I should have taken 14 damage, and then I would go into the next round and finish him off, because he would still have 1 turn left of his bash, that vulnerable. So I'd get a little bit extra bonus damage there, and it probably would have been easy enough to kill him in that last turn. If not, take another 14 damage, and you're looking at 28 damage total. That can be pretty rough for the Ironclad, but that also plays a role in where you're actually going with your map. In this case here, I would have been able to heal pretty soon after that, so it's not that big of a deal. And just like that, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those below. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.